Hello, I'm a Spanish native who has been learning English for 3 years now and Japanese for 11 months. I'm also a calisthenics athlete and I have this desire of teaching people the things I learn when trying to be disciplined on language learning. So if you're having doubts lately related to immersion in language learning, what you can expect from this video is to understand how I do immersion, how I see progress daily, and what to do immersion with. Are you understanding the situation of the content that you're watching? Because if not, you're probably not getting how immersion works. So you don't have to understand even a 30 to 50% of your immersion to actually learn the language. Usually that is just a lie, so as long as you have the context, everything from there is just easy. So yeah, you're probably asking, how do I get the context? You can just simply go and read a synthesis on your native language if it's a series. Another thing with series is that you could go to YouTube and look for a summary. So this will help you by having an initial comprehension which you can get from your native language, and this is going to boost your overall comprehension on the language that you're learning. So another thing is that if there are YouTube videos, usually the thumbnail gives you some understanding of what the video is about, but if you can't be clear on the context, you can actually translate the title too and watch the video. So I want you to keep in mind that as long as you're clear on the context, you're going to learn the language. So on most of the cases, it is just that easy. In an ideal world, you will have perfect content fitted for your level and that is slightly above your level, so you get the most out of comprehensive input, which is how we learn languages as babies. But since we are not at that world yet, you have to use supplements to reach that ideal world, so think of it as eating. Yes, it is probably better if you can get proteins and vitamins from normal food, but since that kind of thing is actually difficult for a lot of people, and probably you have to get them from supplements. So in this case, the supplement is Anki, which you probably already know what it is, so I'll just get you some tips on it. What I've been doing in Anki is that I usually learn 40 words a day to maximize the chance of seeing that word on my immersion. So if I don't see a word that I have studied on Anki on my immersion, I'll literally just skip it until I find it there. I do this because I don't want to be spending more than 1 hour on my Anki, because you want to be spending most of the time on just immersion. Another thing is that I do Anki right before I do my immersion, so I have the words fresh on my mind so I can memorize them better. You can have as well this problem, which is identifying the kanji, so what will help you with this is literally writing them, which is just scientifically proven that helps you to get better at memorizing and identifying the kanji, which in the long run helps you to learn Japanese faster. So you can literally just do it for 5 to 10 minutes a day whenever you see a kanji that is difficult for you to recognize. Literally just that easy. You need a way of tracking your progress daily. The most easy and efficient way I find is literally writing kanjis. So as you have seen in this picture, I have been writing kanjis daily for some months now, and when I get more sheets of paper full in some months from now, that usually means that my Japanese has improved. So by doing this, you literally learn how to write kanji and get more motivated to do it because you see daily progress. So what else do you want? Another way of seeing progress daily is to really pay attention to what you see. So what do I mean by this? You literally have to be alert when doing your immersion, so you know when it is that you acquire a new word or notice a new word that you don't know. So you're probably asking, yeah, but if I can pay attention to my immersion because I struggle with this, how do I get better at this? Well, that is easy. You literally have to meditate because it's the most efficient way of improving your concentration. So you probably think that meditation is something that it is difficult and that it will not improve you in any way. But I can tell you that if you can just meditate for 2 to 3 minutes a day, your ability to pay attention to your immersion will improve, and not just your immersion. Like, you will pay attention to the things around you. You will listen to what people have to say, and when they tell you, man, you're such a good listener, thank you, you will feel good that day. And when you feel good, you will not do any bad habits, and you'll just get on your computer, do your Anki session, and learn for as long as you can Japanese because you're feeling good, and like, you will not do anything that is not productive when you feel good. Meditation is just the act of simply focusing on just one thing. It can be your breath, it can be a glass of water, it does not matter. Like, you lose the focus and then you focus back on your breath or the glass of water, and that's kind of it. So what you will do is that you will put a timer for 2 to 3 minutes when starting. Use your breath as the item of focus and try to maintain that amount of meditation for 2 to 3 weeks. So after 2 to 3 weeks, you will try to get it to 5 minutes. And after 1 month of 5 minutes, try to get it to 10 minutes. And you can stop there if you want, because doing 10 minutes will be enough if you can maintain them for the rest of your life. It needs to be something interesting for you, because if it's not interesting, tolerating it will be like super hard. So especially if you are starting to learn Japanese with immersion or you struggle with focus. So one thing that you can do as well is just to rewatch content that you have already watched in your native language. So when I started to learn Japanese, I rewatched Hunter x Hunter, Haikyuu, Ace of Diamond, like all these kinds of animes that I wanted to watch because of the fights or the games. And honestly, I did not care if I did not understand anything, because I just wanted to watch the anime. So if you do not care about understanding most of the things, you probably want to watch that thing. And I find that this is probably the most efficient way of learning a language at the start, because you already know the context and it will be easy for you to relate words to a specific meaning if you already know the context of the anime, video, or podcast. Thank you for paying me your attention, and if you're interested in watching more content like this one, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.